Alper, one of the other things you mentioned when we were talking about trends is how I sort of brought together an approach, and you talked about the sort of the masculine, very traditional way of working through a curriculum, working through a set um, sequence of content. The trend, of course, now is more to adaptive. Uh, Learning that is adaptive around the individual, whether they need that in their work, whether they need that in just the task they're doing next. What's your view on adaptive learning, and where are you seeing that really being applied well?
A wonderful question, Paul, because for two reasons. The adaptive learning is important because we now know from theory and practice people have different learning capabilities and learning preferences. In the traditional system, actually, we marginalize some people with different learning tendencies and with people with disabilities and everything, which is, I think, not the disability of the people, it's the disability of the system. Because the system is only broadcasting knowledge in one single frequency. And if you are out of that frequency, if you have a different learning style, you are called this and that and whatever with disability. But I think the adaptive learning is giving opportunities to learners with different learning abilities and then use their best learning ability in the program. Because some people are reflective, they love to learn things with reflection. Some people are conceptual, some people are experiential, some people are practical. So they take, so there are different ways of kind of getting on in and producing knowledge. But the traditional system is highly conceptual, and if you are in the other three dimensions, you're most probably left out of the system. This is why we have so many dropouts.
So not just the content you're talking about there in terms of adaptive learning, but also the learning methods that are being used to deliver learning for individuals.
Absolutely. And we should be, even the word content is actually really limiting us to the conceptual learning, one of the learning style, which is not wrong, but it is incomplete. So we should just take the content to more towards something like learning journey or learning experience, where we can have these four dimensions of learning together. And in a way, you have the option to use your best learning style, but at the same time, you are encouraged to stretch yourself to other learning styles. So that's the diversity and adaptive learning. So that's one side of adaptive learning, Paul. The other side of adaptive learning, I would say, is how do you make it applicable and how do you adapt what you grasp through your learning journey with your new application of the knowledge and practices that you've got through the education. So that's to me also a part of the adaptation in a way. So I take it from two angles, from a structural angle and also from an individual application angle, so the adaptive learning. But yeah, I see like technological advancements like AI machines providing you content based on your interest. Yeah, I think that's adaptive learning, but still very limited to content. I mean, and we have more than content in the learning styles. But that's what I wanted to highlight. Sometimes we repeat some of the mistakes of the traditional system, even with technology.